Hello everybody, I am Mike from the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike podcast, and I am a lifelong Star Trek fan watching classic era Doctor Who for the first time, and after a short break I am back, I am refreshed, I am looking forward to watching more Doctor Who for the first time, namely the premiere episode of Season 2, Part 1 of the Planet of the Giants serial, the wonderfully pulpishly titled Planet of the Giants. So yes, as I mentioned before, I've never watched classic Doctor Who before. I am coming at this very much from the perspective of a dyed-in-the-wool Trekkie, and it's been a really interesting journey so far, so I would just quickly remind you that I do pause these videos, I do talk over them, that's just how I consume this content, and I would also remind you to check out the other content on this channel, namely the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike audio podcast, where my wife and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, as well as the additional film, TV, music, and general pop culture goodness that shares this channel. I would also remind you to like and subscribe, and please do comment on our channel. I'm really looking forward to getting back into having conversations with you informed Whovians who have been really generous and kind in helping this novice navigate his way through this first time watch. So without further ado, we're going to hit play and we're going to watch some more Doctor Who. Really stoked to be back in this world, so come and join me for Season 2 of classic Doctor Who. Oh, I've missed this. So this is from late 1964, I believe. Planet of the Giants. Oh, it's so nice to be back in the TARDIS. It's such a comforting environment.
Which one?
Hey.
What's the matter, my dear?
It's great seeing the gang again. I think Barbara's hair's looking a little bit bigger. Ian's looking particularly dapper. Can't quite remember how we left off. You'll have to excuse me. It's been a busy month or two since I last watched this, but no, it's great to be back with the gang.
Good myself, it's
Oh,
hot.
something overheating here. Just as where we're landing. Susan, check the fault indicator, please.
We're not going to blow up or anything, are we?
No.
Fair question.
It's just, well, there we were in the late 18th century, and I tried another frequency to sidestep the ship back into the middle of the 20th century.
That's right. Oh, we're seeing other parts of the TARDIS here. That's cool.
On QR18, Grandfather, and A14D. Give us standby! Grandfather, door's opening!
It's unbelievable.
Again, it's great when you got these devices. The problem with the TARDIS thing, it's a little bit like the transporters or the holodeck on Star Trek. If in doubt, you know, you can always get a little bit of narrative mileage out of that.
What do you mean, close the door?
Does it not make the noise? The TARDIS noise?
I shall have to check that fault indicator myself.
They've got such a great pattern now, haven't they? You know, it's as though the actors and the writers as well, of course, know their space and where they can inhabit, and the beats of the patter of their dialogue is really confident here as well. And you can see that they're really building on what they created in that first season. This is it's just so watchable. And I like the fact that immediately we're getting into a little bit more about how things work. And that's always tantalizing to somebody who's grown up on, you know, more modern storytelling where there's canon and mythology and rules and blueprints and all of the accoutrements of geekdom.
George, excuse me.
Oh, I do wish you wouldn't talk in riddles.
So do I. Oh, my dear Barbara, was I rude to you just now? So I'm so sorry. I always forget the niceties under pressure. Please forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive.
Nice little character beat there.
Well, I suppose everything's all right, and yet, you see, the temperature there is perfect. It's quite safe to go outside. Oh, Susan, just turn on the scanner and let's try and see where we are.
Whoops.
Perhaps you need a new tube, Doctor. Oh, no, dear boy. No, it's most puzzling, of course, but now we don't know what's behind those doors.
Oh, we must go outside and look.
I've missed all of Hartnoll's little bits of business that he does. Great idiosyncratic physical performance stuff. So good. You know, I mean, I think it's no surprise that Peter Cushing played him in the movie version, because he's a very similar bit of business. Great physical actor as well.
You said it was quite safe.
Yes. I wonder why. I suppose so. It could be. What a strange rock formation.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
There are two different types of
His cape.
Doctor, look.
Yes, all right. But stay within calling distance, and if you see anything, sing out. We'll do the same.
Yes, yes, yes.
They should just never split up. Ever.
Doctor, are you sure it isn't just sleeping?
Oh, no, it's quite dead. No,
Giant
no.
worm, maybe?
Yes, you see, has its own particular posture and appearance.
Ooh, that's cool. And this is the sort of stuff that would really freak you out when you're a kid, watching this in your living room in the 60s. You know, I mean, we're getting into real fun science fiction stuff here, aren't we? Big, scary bugs.
It's dead, isn't it? It's a bit like a maze, really, all these channels. We'll be careful not to get lost.
Wait, is this Earth?
No, we won't. No, and I'm...
You know, like a Planet of the Apes kind of reveal. They're back on Earth, but just in a different form.
determined not to go back until we discover something more definite.
Now, Sea Company Limited, Norwich.
Norwich, that's England, isn't it? Norfolk.
I lived there for a while.
Something
Norwich,
odd here.
Norfolk.
First those amps. Look at this matchbox.
I love it. I love the idea of giant props. Fantastic Voyage, and, you know, it's such a fun. The Borrowers, you know, it's just such a fun conceit, and you can have such fun with it from a set design perspective. And it's so simple, but weirdly relatable. This must have been a lot of fun for kids at the time to watch. Great, simple, entertaining way to start the season. Particularly after the intrigue of the last few episodes of season 1.
Well, these things haven't been made bigger. We've been made smaller. Smaller?
We have been reduced roughly to the size of an inch.
I love that it's both the time travelers that figure it out as well. You know, regardless of seniority of age, you know, they've been around the block and they are capable of thinking outside the box a little bit more, I guess. Look at Hartnell there. He's really great, and you can tell that everybody's rested after the last season as well. There's just a little bit more vigor and vim to the performances that I think we're lacking a little bit towards the end of the first season.
An inch? You, me, all
Great
of us?
cross-cutting. I like it. There's even more energy in the filmmaking and in the editing. Of course, they can also have fun with the fact that they use miniatures and just not disguise the fact that they're miniatures as well.
You must get hold of the others quickly and return to the TARDIS.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Ian, work it out for yourself. The doors of TARDIS open. That means the
You
space
can't
is
scully me
up to use.
after all we've seen.
And there was this terrible knife. And he fell inside it and now it's gone.
I know that I imagine that one of the things is, you know, people often make fun of the character of Susan always being hysterical and, you know, the scream queen almost. But it's got to be said, she's really good at it. You know, to be able to maintain that energy and get complex dialogue out and all of the conditions that these things were filmed under as well. You know, I think it's really easy to forget that that's not easy. And she does a great job of it.
It's gone and he's inside it. All right, Susan, it's all right.
Well, someone picked it up, I suppose.
She just doesn't care, does he? Oh, some great physical acting there from Ian. A fun tone, great music. We've not really seen anything of this tone in the show before. They're really having fun with it, and I think that shows confidence. You know, I mean, I think when obviously between the seasons, they probably reflected on the success of the show, the popularity of the show, and I think that probably emboldened them a little bit to maybe have some fun with the tone. That's my guess, completely uninformed, but.
Steady.
I'm all right.
Or Hartnell.
How do I know?
I don't know how you know, but you suppose you did.
I suppose so. You watch what you're doing, will you?
Doctor, give us some hope.
The other thing, of course, I mean, their chemistry is so good at this point. You know, the bickering is very enjoyable to watch. They've really got that down.
I've already geared factories, advertising, and all the rest of it to start pushing DNCs.
Oh, we're getting the obligatory secondary characters subplot going on here now.
You're aware, of course, that if it doesn't go into production, I shall be completely ruined.
That is very unfortunate, but really, you should have waited.
They're having to get through a lot of dialogue in this scene, the
That's
poor
all
guys.
very well, but it doesn't help me, does it? Surely we can work something out.
Industrial espionage.
There's a fortune to be made out of this moment.
I will shoot you with this tiny gun.
Don't move.
It looks like a Walter. Is it a Walter PPK? That's cool. Again, simple, but just really effective visuals. That's evil cat eyes.
He's been shot dead.
I don't like cats.
Sure he is dead?
Give me the willies.
Yes.
Oh no. I enjoyed that. I think that it was really nice to see. First of all, just to see the characters back and the show and the concept and the environments. But also, I think that the energy levels are up. They seem to be back. They seem to be engaged. I think starting with what so far is a very simple genre exercise is really welcome. And there was a lightness of touch and a fun that really celebrated the B-movie trappings of the concept and possibilities of that, as well as the easy, established camaraderie of the cast and the confidence of the production. So I'm really looking forward to seeing part 2. So quick reminder that I really appreciate feedback. You can either email me at rewatchprojectpodcast@gmail.com or alternatively, just leave comments here on the YouTube channel. And I look forward to hearing a little bit of context, a little bit of schooling from you Whovians, as well as opinions on the show, both this show and Doctor Who itself. And also a reminder to check out the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike, the audio podcast that shares this feed, where my wife Hannah and I go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the film, television, music, and other assorted pop cultural goodness that shares this channel. But for now, I'm out of here, and I will see you again for part 2 of this classic Season 2 Doctor Who serial. So, goodbye.